The first starts with the handling of master documents. Handling of master documents. SOP number QAD/001, 6th version currently we are running. So first of all, what is meant by master document? So why it is important? If you are going in anywhere, there is a one master is there, and then there are different photocopies for different purposes. So first of all, what is meant by master document? So for example, every document has a one original document is there. Like for example, if you had an Aadhaar card, okay? If someone is with respect to the different type of government related schemes or government related works, everyone giving them one photocopy, not with the original. So whatever the original is called master document, like master batch production record, master formula, master document. These are all called master documents, which cannot be changed. Only we can take the photocopies of the respective documents. To purpose of this, to describe the procedure for preparation, review, approval, control and revision of standard operating procedure and testing procedures. So any documents, SOPs, why we are keeping in respective places? There are multiple people in the work environment. Everyone should follow the same procedures, like standard operating procedure or a standard testing procedures. Everyone should follow the same. Who is responsible for this? There are who is the department is responsible. Review and implement is head of the department, and issuance and retrieval is QA department. So what is meant by SOP or STP? A control document that defines responsibility, procedure, acceptance criteria, and all other applicable information that is necessary to perform an operation, testing with uniformity in execution of a specific function. For example, we need to travel from one point to another point. For example, Hyderabad to Tirupati. So there are multiple people is there. Everyone should follow the same route. There are multiple routes is there to reach the Tirupati. But if you are all of them have to go in the same route, in those cases we require one standard operating procedures. How we need to go there. So who is responsible for what kind of activity? And everything is described in this standard operating procedures. And there are 4 terminology we commonly use in a document whenever handling a master document. 4 terminology we use. One is master copy, and second one is the control copy, and third one is an uncontrolled copy, and fourth one is an absolute copy. So what is meant by master copy? When the master document signed in original in black ink and put the master copy stamped in green ink on the left side of the bottom corner of all the pages is considered as a master copy. Whenever we need to call it as a master copy, there are some certain specifications we have here in that. Because here we use black color pen, black ink pen. So the document should be signed with the black ink pen and all original signatures, and there should be a stamp called master copy that I will show you. That is top left corner of the page, bottom of the page. There is control copy, a photocopy of the current master document which is issued for implementation, used to requested departments, and are stamped as a control copy in blue ink. In the right side of the bottom corner of the all pages is considered as a control copy. Control copy means we are issuing the photocopy to the other department. For example, this SOP is a QAD department. But the same procedure is required by accounts, analytical, food lab, medical devices, all other departments. In those cases, we take the photocopy and we issue to the different departments in a controlled manner. For example, who has taken this document, when he was taken, when he was given back, and everything will be recorded. That is called control. Control means we are controlling through our procedures. And third one is uncontrolled copy. A photocopy of a current master document which is issued for external agencies, parties, and is stamped as an uncontrolled copy in red ink in the bottom of the page for all pages. So for example, uncontrolled copy. So because we are, let's take example ourselves. We are a testing laboratory. We issue our calibration schedules, instrument list, and PM schedules, SOP index, everything to the external parties that we cannot able to control. In those cases, we put a stamp on uncontrolled copy stamp, and same will be issued to the regulatory agencies as well as other third party agencies. And fourth one is absolute copy. All superseded documents will become absolute from the effective date of this superseding documents. The original copies of the superseded documents should be stamped with absolute copy in ready. At the center cross shall be stored as a QA for future reference. For example, in the current SOP version is QAD 001, 06th version is there. For example, if the 06 version is coming means there is a 05 version is there. Whenever you are going for the next version, you always need to be absolute the existing document. Why? Because if you are not absolute the document, someone may use 5th version, someone may use 6th version, someone may use 4th version also. Because every version has some changes in the document. Okay? In those cases, whenever we are going to absolute the document, we need to put a stamp on central page with the ready, and same shall be stored for our future reference purpose. For example, if altogether suddenly you want to know that 5th version what we have exactly written inside, 6th version what exactly is there, and 4th version what exactly is there. In those cases, future reference purpose we need to keep them. So these are the stamps. First one is a master copy, and second one is a control copy, and third one is uncontrolled copy, and fourth one is absolute copy. These are the different colors. First one is a green color, second one is a blue, and third one is also red, and fourth one is also red. So these are the example where we need to put that stamp. For example, if there is a master document, so in the page bottom left corner of the page, you need to put as a master copy. If it is a control copy, bottom right corner of the page, and third one uncontrolled. Same with red color, bottom red corner of the page, and fourth one is absolute copy. At the center in the cross, we need to put as an absolute copy. These are the examples. Okay, layout of the SOP or STP. So in these master documents, so if you want to prepare on SOP or STP, we had a predefined procedure in our SOP. So how we need to prepare the SOP, what content we need to be keep. So this is the example of the template. So first one is in a header we need to put the Cipra logo and the Cipra Labs Limited. And second, what content of the document, title, review date, effective date, supersede number, and followed by there are few headlines in there like purpose, scope, responsibility, definition, procedure, like this. So all standard operating procedures should have a written prepared as per the Annexure 1, same as per SOP. All STP should be written as per the Annexure 7. So I will show the SOP for better understanding. But here we have given that how to prepare the SOP, we have on Annexure is there. How to prepare the STP, we have it. So each SOP STP should have a header footer on every page. Each header should have a company logo as indicated below in left side. And beside logo, organization name and address must be indicated. The SOP STP shall be printed in A4 size paper letters, typed and printed in black color. The Times New Roman is a font we need to use, and font size is 12. All signatures should be made in expanded form and dated in DD, MM, YY. So whenever if you want to prepare any SOP, the date always should be in a specifically SOP or STP signature. The date format should be like this, and all the papers, SOPs or STP should be printed in a A4 paper. Okay. The numbering should be done in outline, the numbering style example like this. So if you are preparing SOP or STP, the numbering should be given like this. Just starts with the 1.0, and then if there any subsection having the multiple subsections is there, so you should number like this: 1.1, 1.21, 1.41, like this. And the numbering of SOP or STP, how we need to do. So there are 10 characters is there. So this is the example. XX/YYY-ZZ. So I will show you the example. So for example, if you are taking as a QAD SOP. So for example, QAD is a 3 letters. QAD department called as a quality assurance. In the same way, you can give it as MSD, AND, ITD, Anyway, you give the departmental code and then followed by 001. The serial number starts with 001 and ZZ it represents the version. It starts with 00 and then followed by 01, 02, 03, 04 like this. And then following alphanumeric numbering system should be followed by the various departments which consisting of the 14 alphanumerical characters, SOP, STP number. So for example, each SOP having the different numbers. So like different format numbers is there. So for example, you can call it as a 1 QID 001 F01. So here F01 which indicates that this is the annexer 1. We are keeping in the respective SOP. So remaining part will be the count. For example, QID 001 SOP is there. In this QID 001 SOP, there are 16 to 15 different annexes is there, like format is there. So the format numbering will be given like this. QID / 001 / F01 -00. This is the format revisions. For example, sometimes what will happen, the SOP remains the constant. The specific annexer we require some changes. In those cases, the specific number will be cumulative, it will update. For example, if SOP number is 05 version, you are going for the 06. The format number won't go for the change. The F01, 00 remains the same. Whenever there is change in the particular format number, like annexer, in those cases the version number will be changed. Remaining everything will be the common. Like example, QID 001, F01, 00. So for example, F01 is a STP layout example. If the SOP version number 05 to 06, it went to 06. In those cases, the annexer number will not change. Only the SOP number will change. The annexer number will be same as, if until unless if there is any change in the respective annexer. I will show you on annexer. So the numbering, how we need to give the numbering and all, here it is given. Preparation of SOP STP prepared or revised by the user department individual who has the knowledge of the activity being addressed or described by the procedure. So normally ASOP for example ever prepare in the sense that if someone is operating HPLC, the operation procedure of the HPLC should prepare normally who is the user department. User department has to prepare the operation procedure like this. User should prepare a draft copy of SOP STP with a background watermark draft copy on every page of the SOP STP and submit same to the change control committee for review. For example, if you want to do any kind of changes or any procedural changes, you always first need to print out the draft copy. The same draft copy we need to submit to the change control committee. So in deep, I will explain the change control SOP. But here in general, we need to submit to the draft. The same draft will be reviewed by the change control committee. If there are any corrections or suggestions, same will be incorporated by the committee, and the final version will be given for the effect. Upon change approval, SOP shall be printed and signed and dated by the author and sent for review by the second competent person who should have a formal training on the activity being addressed or described by the procedure. Upon satisfactory review, the reviewer shall sign and date the SOP. So any one of the existing SOP we had in 3 columns. One is prepared by, second one is reviewed by, and third one is approved by. Basically prepared by is the respective SOP user department, and second reviewed by is the someone who is the competent on the technique who can able to review the activity. So who is reviewed by, and third one is in generally here QA head will be approved every document. Approval. The head or designee should approve the final version of the reviewing the relevant change control and complying to requirements of this SOP STP. The approval should mention the name designation. So in prepared and reviewed approved by column, we generally write the name, designation, sign and date. These 3 columns we need. And the next user department should forward the soft copy of the approved SOP to the head quality assurance or designee and training on the SOP and STP. So in generally, any master document will first we create and we take the signatures, and signatures means after approval we give it for the training concerned users. So for example, whoever is the mandatory for this particular SOP, we will give training to this concerned person, And after successful completion of the tracking, we go for the FAQ. Control issuance of SOP and STP. So already I told, by using the master document photocopy, we are issuing the control copy to the different departments. We had one issuance and retrieval record. So in this issuance and retrieval record, so we will mention that what is the title of the SOP, which version we are going to issue, who has taken this SOP, and when he has given written back. For example, every master document, master SOP, this one page will be keep backside. In this page, we will track that. So who has taken this control copy for this? For example, analytical department is there. I am issuing master document copy SOP to the analytical department. So someone has to collect that. That is like Veni Kumar has collected that. Who has issued? Like Jyoti is issued and Veni Kumar is received. Likewise, if your tracking will be there for each and every activity. So SOP STP revision. So in generally, we had a 2 years validity period. For example, if you are a SOP made effective, which is next review date will be the 2 years. So in between 2 years also you can revise the procedure. If you had any major changes in the procedure, you need to raise a change control and you can revise. Otherwise, periodically you go for the, after 2 years you need to go for periodic revision. In this periodic revision also we had a one clause. If the existing SOP does not have any modification or any changes, directly we can go for the date extension proposal. Like we can go for the extended review date by the next 2 years. For example, 2025 April 5th is the review date. So you don't have any changes in that. You can extend up to April 4, 2027. Like next 2 years you can able to extend that. After that you don't have a permission to extend. You need to take the change control and you go for the next revision. Like this. Site master file. So basically, site master file, what is meant by quality manual. So site master file in a simple terminology, what exactly our site contains. For example, in a site master file, so what is our building premises? What is the building area capacity? So how many floors you have? How many departments you have? How much manpower is there? What kind of techniques you are going to do? Which quality standards you are using? So like everything, like fire extinguishers where it was there, everything, network diagrams. So site master file is nothing but the complete information regarding the site. Who is the key person? What is their phone numbers? Who is their mail IDs? And what is our accreditations? Okay? So these, like this, all the information will be available in the site master file. The numbering will be given like this: QAD/SML/0105. And second one is quality manual. So quality manual is what? For example, if you purchase one vehicle, they will give the manual. If you purchase one electronic goods, like whether it was home interior or like one refrigerator is there, they give one manual how to operate that instrument. In this, likewise, we had a quality manual. Quality manual means how you are going to manage your quality, or how you are going to follow the quality principles inside the lab. So like quality manual, currently we are following the guidelines of ISO 17025. Like NABL, whatever the NABL guidelines is there, that is the quality guidelines we follow. And second, USFDA guidelines. Third, and WHO guidelines. These three commonly we follow here in this case. Thank you. So this is all about the master documents. So in a simple terminology, already I explained each and everything. Any doubts in that master documents, handling of master documents? Any doubts is there?